Maverick Indicators here. Happy weekend. Happy holiday weekend. Thank you for all that have served in the service and are currently serving in the service. Never want to forget what these holidays are about. It's way bigger than just, barbecues and all that stuff. So thank you to those of you who have served or are serving or are related to somebody that's been serving. We have folks in our family that are part of that. So what do we do on the weekends? We jump on here and we look for how the Maverick indicators could have kept you on the right side of the tracks throughout the week, okay, when we're trading. So here's what I want to lay it out. I'm not going to waste any time here. We're going to go back to this week and we're going to look to make $1,000 at least per day. Okay, we're going to try and make $1,000 per day. We're going to trade 2 contracts of NQ. Now that's paying $5 a contract, right? $5 a contract. You're making $5 per tick, I guess I should say, per tick, per contract. A lot of times we do ES. Now ES pays $12.50. No, I wish it paid that. $12.50 per tick per contract. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to use 2 contracts of NQ and make $5 per tick. I want to show you how these things can really keep you on the right side of the tracks. We had a banger of a trade at night this week. I think it was this week. They all the weeks run into each other for me. But we had a banger of a trade at night, and I got so many emails from you guys going, I loved seeing the nighttime trade because I have a day job. I work in the morning. I can't take the Wall Street open, the 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time open. So I have to trade at other times in the day. So love seeing these, other times that we can look at. So we're going to go back this week and we're going to look at if we traded the reopen of the market, which is 6 p.m. Eastern time. 6 p.m. Eastern time is when the futures market opens back up. It's closes officially at 5 p.m. opens back up at 6 p.m. That's pretty much it. Let's go, Monday through, we won't get Friday night. So we'll go Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Here's going to be our rules. We have to have at least a B setup on the Maverick radar, and I'll explain this in a second. Essentially, the Maverick radar is going through your entire checklist to tell you, do you have an A setup? Do you have a B setup? Do you have no setup? So we're going to look for a B setup on our Maverick radar. And the only other requirement I'm going to have is I want our hottest buying or selling data candle. Okay. And I'll explain what that means when I go through our indicators. But what's so super cool about the Maverick AI Pro, which comes in the Ultimate Edge bundle, is it colors your candles to the data underneath the hood. So we have a saying, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. And you can see that right here. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. And then we have another saying that says, if you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. Hot pink is your strongest downside data candle, okay? The Maverick AI Pro colors your candles to the data underneath the hood. I want you to understand that. Underneath the hood, it's doing a calculation, it's going through a formula that's deciding the strength of that buying or that selling. And it's looking at a lot of things. It's doing that formula to decipher for you. So all you have to focus on is what? The color of the candles. The other requirement we're going to have is the Maverick radar, okay? And our Maverick radar is going through our entire checklist that we look for to take an A+ setup, okay? This is why we call it the ultimate trading assistant. It is down here working for you, calculating every single tick to see, do you even have a grade? And if you have a grade, do you have a B grade? Or do you have an A+ setup to the upside or to the downside. And this is really, really powerful. You'll see it. So just so you guys know, we want to get a B setup to take these trades, okay? So again, we're gonna try and make $1,000 per day at 6 p.m. and we just need a B setup down here. We just need a B setup here to the upside or to the downside, and we need our strongest downside data candle. Our strongest upside data candle is bright green. Our strongest downside data candle is hot pink. Guys, this is paint by numbers, all right? We haven't even covered the Maverick Multi-X, which is like trading with 5 other traders. We haven't even looked at the Maverick signals, which is giving you these amazing buy and sell signals that are just bangers. But we're gonna look to make $1,000 per day. And let's go to Monday night, 6 p.m. when the market reopened. All right, folks, here we are. This is Monday at, it's 8:15 now. Let's see here, 4. And the market is about to close here. And this is your new open. So 6 p.m. So if you don't know, the futures market closes. You can see it down here on the timeline. Market closes at 5 p.m. and then reopens at 6 p.m. And for my folks that own the Maverick indicators, we are in the 1-minute settings. It's literally a checkbox in the Maverick AI Pro. You just click it, 1-minute settings, all right? Great, here we go. All right, so here's the market open. You got bright green candles. You got an A+ setup to the upside. Now, you guys know I never take the first candle. We're on the 1-minute chart. We normally trade the 5-minute chart, but we're on the 1-minute chart to catch all the nuance because I'm just going bar by bar. And but I never take the first candle. First candle is there. All the orders are piling in. So let's see what happens on the next candle. All right, the next candle's going down. All right, did you see that? It's going down, but you have your strongest upside data candle. Strongest upside data candle, but the candle was moving down. So let's look for one more confirmation candle. Okay, so we could have taken this candle. Let's take this guy. All right, bright green candles, your strongest upside data candle, and we don't have a B setup. We got an A+ setup. So I really like this. Your Maverick radar is going through your entire checklist to let you know when you have an A+ setup. Now, the rest of the world, what does this look like? This just looks like chop. You're just going sideways. If I squinch this down, you're like, oh no, we're just going sideways. But what do you have? Bright green candles. What else do you have? You have an up confidence arrow. These are confidence arrows to let you know you're moving in the right direction. You have an A+ setup and you have bright green candles, okay? So let's take this trade. We're gonna try and make $1,000 using 2 contracts, all right? So we're gonna go for like a 1.3, so we'll go like 750 to make 1,000. You always wanna make more than you're risking, right? So 1,000, there we go. All right, so here we go. So we gotta hit $1,000. Let's go bar by bar. Bar by bar. There we go. We're up about $390. We still have an A+ setup on the Ultimate Trading Assistant. You still have bright green candles to the upside. Again, the rest of the world, this just kind of looks like it's sideways, but you have X-ray vision. You know underneath the hood, you got bright green candles right here, and we're up about $390, okay? All right, so here we go. Ooh, we came close. Look at that. Look how close that is. That's crazy close. So we're up about $840 at the close of this candle. Look at these up confidence arrows from the Maverick AI Pro. Unbelievable, just letting you know, hey, you can have confidence. By the way, Maverick Multi-X, we're not using this to take these trades, but 5 traders, think of T1 through T5, better drawing here, there we go. It's very difficult to draw with your mouse. 5 traders, they all have a completely different style and they're voting across 6 time frames and they're all voting bullish. They're all voting bullish right now. All right, so let's jump in here. We're up about $840. Let me get rid of all my drawings. All right, so let's see. Are we gonna nail it on the next one or are we gonna have a little retracement? All right, there you go, boom. There's your $1,000, guys. We took like no heat. We put our stop loss in, but since guys, look, this is where we entered the trade and you took, how much in heat? You took about 3 ticks in heat, which is $15 per contract. and we made $1,000. All right. So that was Monday at the reopen at 6 p.m. Had an A+ setup, bright green candles the entire time. This thing just keeps going. All right, let's look at Tuesday night. All right, here is Tuesday. Guys, look at how, let me see here. Look at this. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Unbelievable coming into, you know, even after 4 o'clock. Jeez, Tuesday. Sick. All right, so where are we at late here? 4:58, market's about to close. Okay, there we go. And here's your first candle of market open. And this is why we don't get in. Look. It's a doji candle. I mean, like you don't even really understand where it's going to go. So let's look at the next candle here. All right, so here we go. So we got, what do we got? We got bright green candles. We got bright green candles. That's what we're looking for, our strongest upside data candle. The Maverick AI Pro is coloring your candles to the data underneath the hood. Now we got 2 confidence arrows to the upside. I'm feeling good about this. And we have an A+ setup on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick Radar. It's meeting our 2 requirements. By the way, all 5 traders are bullish across 6 time frames right now. So pretty amazing. Let's see here. Let's take this trade. Let's hit buy, okay? And we're gonna do, let's stick to our 1 to 1.3. So we'll go, let's see here, 750. We're in 2 contracts. And then let's go up to 1,000, 1050. Let's overshoot a little bit here. And let's go. Let's make an extra $50, okay? Don't have to be precise, right? Don't have to be precise. We got an A+ setup. We have bright green candles. Let's check it out. First candle in, okay? So we're up $90. But remember, these are 1-minute candles. This is 60 seconds in time. All right, so we're up $90. Still have our A+ setup. Okay, now we're up $200. Still have our A+ setup. Still have bright green candles. Okay, so let's see. Okay, this is slow moving here. Slow moving. Woo! Okay, so how much of the world is getting out right now because you're just, you came up a little bit and now you're just going sideways and people are freaking out. Oh my gosh, the trend is over. We're just going to dump to the downside. But what do you have? You have bright green candle. Even though this is a doji candle, you still have a bright green color to it. Okay, so pretty interesting stuff here. Let me get back. Let me zoom back in here for you guys. Sorry about that. And just wanted to zoom in there and show you that. Let me get rid of this drawing here. All right, so we're up $200 and we're really only, what are we in? We're 5 minutes into the open, okay? All right, another kind of sort of boring candle here. Another boring candle here. But what do you have the whole time? Bright green data. Strongest upside data and A+. You've closed every candle with an A+ setup to the upside. But the rest of the world is just going sideways. They don't know what to do with this. Okay? Here we go. Now we're starting to make some action. Now we're up $340. Now it's less boring, right? But the entire time you have bright green candles. The entire time you have an A+ setup. Okay? Another boring candle, but we know the direction. You're getting a little retracement here. Okay? Coming down to the Maverick guide. All right? So we had a little bit of retracement back to our entry. Whole time, what do you have? Bright green candles. So what people have to get their head around when you're actually looking at the data and not just price and direction, you had 1, 2, 3 candles in a row that were going down. But you had bright green candles, so you're going, well, it's coming down, but I'm not going to panic because I have my strongest upside data candle. Let me speed it up here. Maybe we'll get some action. This is kind of a boring open. This is what I'm talking about. 2 indecision candles. Gray just means indecision. Okay, here. Now we're up $710. By the way, we have not broken, and I didn't even cover this in this video. We like to go long when price is above this blue line. See this blue line? We like to go long when price is above the blue line. And we like to go if I can show you this, short when price is below it. And I could show you this all day long. I mean, it's like long when price is above the blue line, short when price is below it, long when price is above it, short when price is below it. So anyway, just something to point out here. Let me come back up here. We're up 710 bucks and we've taken very little to no heat. Very little to no heat. Okay. This is a slow moving market at open here, but that's okay. Got an up confidence arrow. Boom, you just hit it. Look at all these up confidence arrows you've had along the way. Up confidence arrow, up confidence arrow, up confidence arrow. Okay, let me show you guys the P&L. There's your 1,050 bucks. We went for an extra 50 bucks on that. So absolutely beautiful trade. We had an A+ setup for most of that time. And even though it kind of went a little sideways, what did you have? You had bright green candles for almost all of it. 2 minutes of gray candles. So you had confidence that no, we're going to go up to the upside. We're going to go up to the upside. And all 5 traders are mostly bullish across 6 time frames the entire time. All right. So we made 1,000 on Monday. We made 1,000 on Tuesday. Let's look at Wednesday. All right. Here we are on Wednesday. Market's closing right here. Just kind of, petered out. Nobody's trading the last few minutes of market close. If you're trading at 4:58 p.m., I don't know, I would stay out of that. But here we go. Here's the market open when it's reopening at 6 o'clock. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. This is Wednesday night, okay? And as you noticed, what happened here? This candle was going up, but what color was it? It's red. Red is your second strongest downside data candle. Well, that's interesting. Why is that? Because you're looking at the data underneath the hood. So the whole world right here has a what? Green candle. But not you. You have a red candle, your second strongest downside data candle. So you have X-ray vision into the data, if you will. And look at the next candle. Look at this is unbelievable. Down confidence arrow, hot pink candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Pink is your strongest downside data candle. Okay. So on top of that, we have a what? We have an A+ setup to the downside on your Maverick radar. Your Maverick radar is going through your entire checklist to let you know what is the grade of the trade, okay? All 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames, but we're not using this. We're not allowed to use this. We're only taking it off of what? The color of the candle, your strongest downside data candle is hot pink, and you have an A+ setup to the downside. All right, so we're taking this trade. We're gonna look to make 1,000 bucks. Here we go. Okay. All right. So we're going to look to make 1,000 bucks. Where's 1,000? Okay. We'll make an extra 20 bucks. And then 1 to 3. So we'll only risk like, 750, whatever. But hot pink candles, I doubt we're going to take a ton of heat here. So let's go. Let's go. Let's jump into this trade. Let's look to make 1,000 bucks. Oh my gosh. The first candle hit. Hold on a second. First candle, you did 1,000 bucks with 0 heat. You made 1,020. This is insane. Look at, guys, we got in right here and you took, is that 0 heat? You literally took 0 heat. This thing just pushed down and you made 1,000 bucks. $1,020. Holy smokes. That was a 1 minute candle. Woo! If you see pink, it will most likely sink. A+ setup to the downside. All 5 traders are showing bearish to the downside. Unbelievable. Here, I just want to go back and I want to see, because that was crazy good. Crazy good. Okay, so here was your first candle again, right? It was red, so it told you downside. Here we go. So let me re-enter this trade because we made $1,000 in the first thing. I don't know. What do you want to make on this? Let's try and make like $4,000. And then we'll do our stop loss. Let's keep our stop loss the same as it was. I just want to see, because it moves so much. We made $1,000 in one candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Oh my gosh. Dude. $4 grand. Man, I wish I was trading the open, the reopen. I call it the reopen. I don't know. It's the 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, is this not sick or what? All right, so listen, but we're only going for $1,000 on this exercise. We made $1,000 on Monday night. We made $1,000 on Tuesday night. We just made $1,000, could have made $4,000 with zero heat on Wednesday night. Now let's look at Thursday night. All right, here's Thursday night. Let's see here. Let's get going here. All right, so this is what time? 4:59, market closes. And boom, there is your first candle of the market reopening at 6 p.m. Hopefully you can see that on my axis there. All right, so we are very bullish. I just want to point out all 5 traders are very bullish across 6 time frames. But again, we're not using that indicator that comes also in the Ultimate Edge bundle. And we got to have a B setup. There's an A plus setup. Okay, there we go. We're over exceeding our requirements here. So what do we got? We got a bright green candle, your strongest upside data candle. By the way, you have 2 confidence arrows. Love that. You have bright green, your strongest upside data candle, and the Maverick Radar saying, hey, buddy, you got an A plus setup to the upside. So we're going to get in this trade. We're going to take this trade. We're going to buy. Let's put our stop loss. Whoop. Stop loss will go like a 1 to 1.3. Let's go here. All right, we'll try and make an extra 10 bucks. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's what I love about this. All right, cool. All right, so let's try and make $1,000 right off the rip, right off the open. Here we go. We got an A plus setup. We have our bright green candles, our strongest upside data candles. Okay, nice move. $490. First candle in. We're halfway there. We're like your boy John Bon Jovi. We're living on a prayer. All right, here we go. Okay, woo, we came close. We came close, but we got a little bit of retracement here, which would freak a lot of people out, right? A lot of people are freaking out. They're like, oh, we came all the way up here, now that we're all the way down here. But what do you have, folks? What do you have? You have an up confidence arrow. You have a bright green candle, okay? So let's take a look-see here. We're going for 1,000 or bust. Okay. Oh, came back down to our break even, then it came back up. Bright green candles. Up confidence arrow. Up confidence arrow. Okay. Still bright green candles this entire way. There you go. Boom. There is your $1,000. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Guys, this thing just kept going. So stinking cool. So so we made $1,000 on Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Of course, you can't trade on Friday night because that's it, right? Oh wait, the market is open on Sunday night. Okay, let's look at Sunday night. Because you know what? I'm going to skip Sunday night, and then all the haters on YouTube are going to be like, you skipped Sunday night. You probably lost on Sunday night. I don't know. Maybe we'll lose. It doesn't matter. Even if we lose on Sunday night, we're still way up for the week. So let's look at Sunday night, right? Because you can trade 5 nights per week. So let's look at Sunday. Let's do the same thing on Sunday. All right. So this is the market closing on Friday. And this is your market open on Sunday night. So what do we got? We got bright green candles, your strongest upside data candle. So we got that going for us, but we don't have a grade yet. We don't have a grade on the Maverick radar, okay? So let's see what the next candle brings us. Okay, so this is good. This is a valid trade. We got a bright green candle, up confidence arrow, by the way. It's had it right here too. Okay, we got a bright green candle, and we have a B set up to the upside. So we can take this trade. Here we go. Then, by the way, the Maverick Multi-X is starting to become bullish from left to right. These are your longer time frames. Okay, so let's jump in here. Let's take this trade. We're gonna buy. We're gonna look to make, what do we say, 1,000? Oh, I am zoomed out. Hold on one second. This will make it easier for me. There we go. All right, so we're looking to make $1,000. 1,000 smackaroos, and we're gonna do our stop loss of 1 to 3. 1 to 1.3, and all right, and very cool here. Let's take a look. By the way, I don't even have my Maverick zones on here, which is auto drawing all my support and resistance zones. And then as price gets closer to it, it gives me this probability score of this zone holding or breaking. And anything less than 90 is fair game for breaking. And by the way, price a lot of times likes to move away from the stronger zone. So you got a 74 score here and a 59 score here, and it's all auto drawn for me, calculated every single tick. That's the Maverick zones. It's now out on TradingView, and it'll be out on NinjaTrader in the next about 2 weeks. So we're really excited about that. It's taken an army to develop this one. All right, so I'm gonna leave the zones on here because that'll just kind of be fun. All right, so what do we got? We got a B set up to the upside, and we got our bright green candle, our strongest upside data candle. Let's go, candle by candle. Let's see how this goes. All right. So we're boom. So we're taking a little heat. We're down 130 bucks. Big deal. Okay, down 130 bucks. Now we're up 200 bucks. Remember, these are 1 minute candles, and I got a 66% chance of holding. Again, anything less than 90. 90 is like a brick wall. We don't take trades into a if this said 90 right here, we wouldn't even take this trade. We'd be like, heck no. It's like a driving a sports car into a brick wall. All right, so here we go. Boom, we're really close, 930 bucks. 930 bucks, and what did we do? We broke that zone, and the zone disappears. Where's your next zone? Where is your next zone? Your next zone, I'm kind of going off script here, sorry. Your next zone is way up here. This is a zone-to-zone game. This is how powerful the Maverick zones is. So your next zone is way up here. So where does price want to go? Price wants to go where? Right here. Okay, that's where price wants to go. Okay, all right. So we got a B set up. We still have our bright green candles. Up confidence arrow, boom, just bumped right through. Unbelievable. There you go. There's your $1,000 Sunday night. Didn't skip a night. Okay, didn't even skip a night. I can't rewrite history. I mean, this is simple stuff. Okay, and those that own the Maverick indicators, they're already thinking, they're like, we have so many more tools to take trades. And Maverick, you're only using 2 of the tools. It's like, yeah, but that's what's fun about it. You know what I mean? It's so cool. So I showed you, it wants to get to this zone. I'm just so interested now. Let's see. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Hold on. I got to show you this. That pre-populated zone, look how it just tapped the zone literally right there. Like, so stinking cool. Oh my gosh. Now I'm just curious, how's it going to react off this zone? Coming up to the zone. Oh, ho, ho. And it gets rejected right off that zone into these zones. What did I tell you? Price wanted to go where? Where did price want to go? To the next zone. These are the game-changing. I pointed this out at the beginning of the trade. Where does price want to go? Goes from zone to zone, broke through this zone, and where was the next level? Right here. And where did we tap? Right here. Like, let me just show you this. Let me zoom in here. Look, tapped it right there, tapped it right there, tapped it right there, tapped it right there, tapped it right there. So cool. And then started to come down, and your colors probably change. And you head to the downside. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. So what did we do here, folks? What did we do? We literally went 5-0, and we traded the 6 p.m. time frame. So let's start on Sunday. Sunday, we made our 1,000. Monday night, we made our 1,000. Tuesday night, we made our 1,000. Wednesday night, we made our 1,000. And Thursday night, I wanted to say Friday night. Thursday night, we made our 1,000. Folks, 5 G's on the week. Taking the 6 p.m. open, just using 2 conditions from our Maverick indicators. Just unstinking believable. We didn't even use our Maverick zones. We didn't even use our Maverick Multi-X up here. We didn't even wait for an A+ setup a lot of times. We got it some of the times, but we didn't wait for it. We just wanted a B setup and our strongest upside data candle. So listen, if you want edge in the market, if you want help crushing it, okay, we have 7-day-a-week support. I can't name another company that I do business with that even has 7-day-a-week support. Come check us out, all right? Not financial advice, do your own research. There's never any guarantees in any market, but like I say in most videos, it's like we make the best golf clubs, but you got to go out to the course, you got to swing the club, you got to, sharpen your skills and all that stuff. But man, these indicators are so fun, and you're just seeing it right in front of your eyes. I can't rewrite history, right? Okay, the data is the data. The markets already did what they're going to do, and we're just going back in time and showing you all this. And go watch a lot of our, our live trades that we post every single day on YouTube. So listen, if you want edge in the market, you want a little bit more X-ray vision on your charts, come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.